Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words, become much more articulate. In today's episode, I'm going to be giving you a little tip in case you're looking to get back into the job market and you're a little rusty. You haven't done one of these job interviews in a long time, and you're not too sure if you have the correct skill sets in order to dominate in the current job market. I want you to picture a very dark scenario real quick. Let's say within the past 5 years, the rapid technology that's been consistently getting unleashed in different fields has made you somewhat irrelevant. You don't know the latest softwares. You don't know the buttons to click. You don't even understand the language that's being used in a lot of these fields anymore. What do you do? See, what you don't do is you don't lie. Many individuals lie in their job interview where they're like, I know how this software works. While in reality, they have zero understanding of how to even do anything with the software. But here's what you do. You look at what you do have. And here's a saying that I have. With hard skills, there's certain limitations in what you can do. There's only so much that you can make a certain machine function. But with soft skills, the sky is the limit. And I didn't understand how important soft skills were to potential employers until I was in this position one time where I was getting interrogated in the job interview. Basically, it came to a point where a few of the people that were trying to hire me, they gave me a marker. They put me in front of the whiteboard and wanted me to draw some mock code. And thus far, I'll be real, I was fibbing how much I knew about this particular code. So when they put me on the spot like that, it not only embarrassed me, it pretty much called me out on my bluff. These other guys, they looked back in disappointment and they're like, we can't possibly have this guy in our company. Well, as the interview progressed on, what began to happen was that at a certain point, it was made known that I was the external vice president in my fraternity. And for some reason, I'm over here thinking that this isn't big news at all. I'm like, well, this doesn't have anything to do with the skills that's required for the job. But a lot of these guys that were looking at me side-eyed before were suddenly intrigued. They were like, well, what did you do as the external vice president? Oh, wait, are you good at public speaking? Can you explain your ideas in a very clear way? You know how to organize these different events? With how many people? 500 people in a particular event? That's big. And now they were looking at me at a completely different light. They were seeing like, oh, okay, well, this guy's probably not the best with the code, but he has the soft skills. He knows public speaking, teamworking, possibly listening skills. And you want to know something? In a lot of these jobs nowadays, things are getting automated. It's literally just a bunch of people talking and a bunch of people clicking buttons. So if you look at the commonality between these two, it's people. And what does soft skills really mean? It means someone that is very, very great at having self-awareness, which allows them to communicate better with people. So the next time that you're in a job interview and you're like, man, I'm looking pretty foolish right now because my hard skills are lacking, that's when you want to look deeper and you want to go back in your past and assess any form of leadership experience that you had, any form of moments where you had to organize teams, where you showcased humor, where you showcased the ability to motivate different groups of people towards a common goal. And you'll be surprised by how amazing that this is going to be perceived by a lot of these potential employers. So don't focus on what you don't have alone. Focus also on what you do have and bring light to that. Thank you very much for joining the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. Drop that like and I'll catch you on the next episode.